Describe the type of food that you think is the most representative of your country. Explain why do you think is the most representative. I live in the Republic of Serbia. One of the representative dishes of my country is stuffed zucchini. It consists of various kinds of zucchinis gutted and stuffed with a mix of rice and ground meat, and then cooked on the stovetop or in the oven. Stuffed zucchini is served hot as the main course. Stuffed zucchini is a dish that came to Balkans from the Ottoman Empire during the 6th century long occupation. Because of this long-time occupation, it is so widespread in Serbia and popular. It is also popular because it is cheaper to make a dish with a mixture of rice and meat than just from meat alone. Those are the reasons why stuffed zucchini and similar stuffed vegetable dishes are popular in Serbia. You are going to give a gift to a friend, and you want it to be symbolic of your country. Describe this gift. I live in the Republic of Serbia. A gift that can represent my country can be a bottle of rakia. Rakia is also produced in other Balkans countries, but in Serbia it is produced and consumed in the biggest quantities. Rakia is a strong alcoholic drink. It usually has between 40 to 60% of alcohol. It is usually produced from plums, and in that case it is called the slivovitz, or the plum brandy, but also it can be produced from other fruits, like apples, pears, quince, grapes, and in those cases it is called the fruit brandy. Rakia has an important place in many rituals in Serbia. Rakia is offered to guests at one's home as a welcoming gesture. At wedding ceremonies and other kinds of celebrations, a toast is given with rakia. That is why I think a bottle of rakia would be the most representative gift related with my country. What is your most important possession? Describe it and say why it is important. My most important possession is my knowledge. I have a master's degree in mechanical engineering. I got my diploma at the University of Niš, in the Republic of Serbia. I have achieved far above average success at integrated undergraduate and graduate studies. Currently, I'm in doctoral studies. During the university life, I have learned many things in engineering and science that I find interesting. Knowledge that I have gained have made my life a lot more interesting. I hope that my knowledge will help me to continue my studies abroad, and then continue to live somewhere abroad and find a respectable job there. Because knowledge is not very much appreciated today in Serbia. Today there are many people in the government of the Republic of Serbia and in the public institutions that have suspicious diplomas bought at diploma mill universities. A lot of talk has been going on about that recently. That is why I feel knowledge is my most important possession. Where do you like to eat out? Describe this place and say why you like it most. I live in the city of Niš, in Serbia. My favorite place where I like to eat out is one of the restaurants located at Kazančisko Sokače. That is the main Bohemian street in Niš. Many restaurants and cafes are located there. This street has old-fashioned look with cobblestone promenade. I like to sit there outside of a restaurant and have a dinner, usually grilled meat. Furthermore, I like to hang out there, especially on the Saturdays mornings, because the downtown of Niš is crowded with people then, and many people pass through that street. Accordingly, I can see many of my friends and invite them on a drink or a few so we can reminisce. Because of those reasons, I like to eat out at one of the restaurants at Kasančisko Sokače. What is your favorite subject at school? Describe it and explain why it is your favorite. My favorite subject at the University of Niš was the mechanics of materials, also sometimes called the resistance of materials or the strength of materials. That is some kind of engineering approximation of the theory of elasticity. One reason why I liked this subject is because it offered a little bit of everything. There was text, formulas, and a lot of pictures, so it wasn't monotonous. The other reason is the professor. He knew how to teach us in an interesting and lucid way, and he also knew many anecdotes about scientists. Those are the reasons why the mechanics of materials was my favorite subject. What is your happiest childhood memory? Describe it and give reasons to explain why it is your happiest memory. When I was 12, my family won $300,000 on a lottery. At that time, the average monthly salary in Serbia was $100. My parents were officially employed at that time at a government-owned company, but they weren't going to work, because there was nothing to do at work. They were receiving below minimum wage salary. Accordingly, this money helped us a lot in paying bills and fixing the house. We even went on a holiday on the coast of the Adriatic Sea. At that time, I also knew that that money will help me to get a good education one day. That is why winning on a lottery was my happiest childhood memory. When have you been positively surprised by something? Why the surprise was a happy one for you? Describe the experience and say why the surprise was a happy one for you. I was happily surprised when I won 2 million euros on a lottery. This was a big surprise because chances for this are 1 in 15 million. I live in Serbia. The average annual income today in Serbia is about 4,000 euros. This money has helped me to get out of red. Moreover, if I spend money wisely, I can spend the rest of my days without doing anything. However, I plan to spend that money on finishing my doctorate in mechanical engineering. That is why I'm so excited. After that, I plan to do 2 or 3 more doctorates in mechanical engineering, but in different fields. Afterwards, I plan to study physics. I'm particularly interested in quantum mechanics. When I finish that, I plan to begin studying medicine. I should learn how to self-medicate myself on time, because according to the direction in which my country is currently going, there is not going to be any medical service in Serbia within 30 years. Winning this money was a happy surprise for me, because now I can work on things that are fulfilling me. Some notices. If you do not have appropriate experience from the real life to talk about, fabricate it. No one knows and no one cares if you lie on the TOEFL, as long as you do not make long pauses and drift away from the topic.